Okay, folks, Andrew Bopros here. Yes, well, as you can tell, I'm not in my house in Utah. I'm actually down here in Arizona. Monday Night Football game, of course, going to be heading to a meetup tonight downtown Phoenix. James and I will be there, so it should be a lot of fun. But I want to talk a little bit about the Chargers Cardinals matchup. It's going to be the black and white jerseys. Cardinals are going in black, Chargers are going in all white, which I think is absolutely amazing. So, a lot to talk about, a lot to break down on this. Statistically speaking, the Chargers are favored to win by 2.5 points, I believe, what Vegas has, but it's going to be a close one. Plenty to talk about, guys. Let's get into it.
Bull Bros!
Okay, folks, as always, like and subscribe if you do enjoy the content. I'm Andrew Bolt Bros. Again, we have our boy Joe Ortiz. He is cooking. Guys, we know he's cooking. He's doing a great job. I think he's going to be scooping up some players. We'll talk about a couple more players are heating up trade opportunity-wise for Joe Ortiz to go out and get before the trade deadline. Again, we are going to be doing a video tomorrow, the entire Bolt Bros, getting ready for the Monday Night Football game. We're going to just do the same time as always. We're going to try and keep the same schedule for you guys as well. So just know that we are going to be all together tomorrow. But this is the hors d'oeuvre, right? As the French like to say. But I wanted to talk about Eli Apple briefly, right? With all these cornerbacks out, Eli Apple does have a shot of potentially making the squad or actually being elevated and playing. He's on the practice squad currently. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually came up and was actually suited up for the game because again, we got Tarheeb still. I mean, Tarheeb was literally playing the man coverage cornerback, right? He wasn't playing slot, wasn't playing nickel, and he's a nickel cornerback, right? That's really what he's good at, right? And Cam, they stepped in, they did a good job, but getting Eli Apple out there might be a good thing for us with the Cardinals. I'm going to review the stats on why I think that might not be a bad problem. Because Eli Apple is, what a lot of people would say is he's actually a decent cornerback, not the best. Yes, he's been burned, hasn't really quite lived up to the hype, but he is serviceable, maybe a little bit better than these potential rookies that we have currently on the roster right now. So we'll see if he gets elevated to the game day. I wanted to review this as well, too, but Taylor McKillen Castles, actually, James talked about him as a potential undrafted free agent we might go after. He actually met with the Chargers. We did not draft him as an undrafted free agent. He went to the Eagles. So it's interesting that he came back and he might, he's a young guy, right? So I think there's plenty of opportunity that he might even be elevated this week. We've had so many injuries in the tight end room. He's another one that might be elevated for this week. So interesting conversation. Hopefully have more information about it tomorrow. But again, I just wanted to highlight, we have a short video James did of McKillen Castles. We talked about him prior to. The big X factor that I will say, we're getting our X wide receiver back, and it's DJ Chark. DJ Chark, as you know, is really the same size as Mike Williams. I'll talk a little bit more about him in a second. But the nice thing about DJ Chark, he really is a 4.3 speed guy. The thing about having him as an X wide receiver, and really Quinton, you might argue, well, Quinton is that guy. Not really. He doesn't quite have the same speed as DJ. DJ really is that vertical guy. He's going to stretch and split the two safeties, right? You want to keep them outside the box, opens up the running game. Quinton doesn't really do that very well, right? A lot of people are not respecting his speed and his ability to go downfield. We all know he struggles at catching the deep ball. DJ is another story, right? So he's going to be adding another element to this. He is going to be coming back. I do not have Friday's injury report today. We'll review that tomorrow, but he is limited at practice. He should be ready for game day. So I'm excited to see what he can do and how our offense is going to change with him coming back. Very exciting to see. But I did want to talk a little bit about this Mike Williams. I'm seeing a lot of people say that he's probably a potential trade candidate. You saw Aaron Rodgers throw him under the bus for that interception. It's like, Aaron, you could have worded that a lot differently, my guy, and he just threw him under the bus. Clearly, it's not worked out very well for Mike Williams, them getting Devontae Adams. Clearly, he's odd man out. They've already paid all that money to him. So the man's already been paid. He's pretty much going to be a free agent at this point. Let's see where he goes. I think there's a good chance we could get him on our team. And if we do, that would be a great addition for the Chargers. We'll see what happens. But I already know, but I'm seeing plenty of rumors that he is getting calls. But it looks to me like maybe the Saints, which I still think is a little odd. I don't know why he would go to the Saints. But clearly a AFC team doesn't want it to go to an AFC opponent, right? Potentially you see them in the playoffs again. We'll see how that plays out. But Mike, we want you back. Okay. We want you back. You shouldn't have left. We want you back. So interesting to see what happens with that. But I'm hearing the Saints, Chargers, and maybe the Chiefs, but that would really suck. I would really not be happy with that at all. So we shall see, though. But again, come on, Mikey. Let's bring you home, buddy. Let's bring you home. Because actually his entire salary has pretty much been paid for this year. So he'll be inexpensive. I think it's only like $1.8 million in salary cap left over. So we could get him really cheap. And again, he's 30 years old, guys. At the end of the day, is what it is. So moving on, another guy, Devontae Johnson. This has been heating up that a lot of teams are kind of go after him as well. Again, I'm going to talk more about this as far as trade candidates, but I do really think that Joe Ortiz, after this week, might go after these. A lot of these one-win teams, they are going to start dumping players left and right. Just get rid of them. Not going to be around much longer. This guy right here would be an absolute steal, Deontay Johnson, if we could get him. A great guy. So my question is, are we going to go after Mike Williams or a younger guy like Deontay Johnson? He might be a better choice. So we'll see what happens with that as well. Again, just bringing that up as an option. We will see what happens moving forward. But probably talk more about that on trade targets maybe this next week. But this guy right now has been heating up a lot. A lot of teams are wanting him. So we'll see how that goes. But let's talk about the offense, guys. And again, one of the things that's nice, I'm going to review the statistics on this. I'm going to bring the crayon out, guys, as well. I'm going to bring the crayon out. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. But bottom line, folks, this team's looking great. Herbert's finally looking okay. He seems like he's getting a little bit more healthy. I'm still not expecting any RPOs or any rollouts or anything like that. I think they're just going to keep him more as a pocket passer, which I think that's fine as well too. But guy right here, Matlock, is actually doing really well. He's actually playing fullback better than he has. He is coming into his own as being an amazing fullback for the Chargers, creating some nice blocks, some nice seal blocks, doing a great job for the run game. So, and you're actually seeing more snaps on offense than you are on defense now with him because DJ Chark's moving up. And again, this is the whole point of adding more to your roster. You keep adding players, you can move him more to the offensive side of the ball. He doesn't have to play as many snaps on defense, and he can start focusing on offense. So it's exciting to see what this team is doing, guys. And again, this is why I think Eli Apple probably could step in fairly simple. If you keep it really easy and say, hey, bud, man coverage, cover this guy, you should be fine. So we'll see how that plays out with Eli Apple and also McKellen Castles. McKellen might be a little bit of a stretch being a tight end, but we'll see. So let's just review the offense really quickly. All right, let me get out my trusty pin here. Points per game, Chargers, 26. So we actually are, again, we could argue that points numbers could be a little higher, right? Clearly injuries have affected us, but secondarily, I don't think we really tried very hard in the second half last week to score more points, but the Cardinals are a little bit better for sure. They're 22. So check for the Cardinals. They have a pretty explosive offense, as we know, which is kind of surprising. Passing, clearly we need to improve this. About the same either way. Rushing offense, we're both very good. So I think that's a wash right there. Total offense, yeah, they definitely have us beat right now. So statistically speaking, right now, I would say the Cardinals are definitely better than the Chargers at the moment. Third down conversions, we are doing great in third down conversions right now, guys. And again, very close. This is pretty much a wash. Red zone scoring, we need to be better at that. I will say this, especially last week, I really felt like we should have had 2 more touchdowns, but and then this number would have been a lot higher, guys, right? And that's part of the problem. It's we're not having a Mike Williams. That's not where having a go-to target really affects this team's success moving forward. And this is where, on paper, the Cardinals are definitely looking better. Red zone scoring, they're even better than that as well, too. But sacks allowed, very much the same. Turnovers, we are first in the league. We do not give up the ball, and they're 24th. So I do suspect that we're going to see some turnovers this game. I do think Jesse Minter's going to do a great job. Now, interestingly, talking about the defense, this is an interesting point, right? The defense is allowing just 13.2 points per game through 6 weeks. This is Dan W. Sports. Check him out. He's awesome. I follow him as well. Love what they do at the LAFB network. Met those guys as well, too. They're great dudes. So, but again, we're doing a great job, and this is just through 3 weeks, right? But bottom line, we're doing a great job of keeping points down, right? So let's just see where we're at now. Again, 13.2 games. We are first in the league, guys, and they are 27th. Wow, that's a huge negative. Now, so let me go back to the offense briefly, real quickly. Let's just go back. They are much better offensively. We are much better defensively across the board. I mean, across the board, better defensively. So we are going to slow that offense down from the Cardinals. And defensively, the Cardinals can't stop anybody, right? So it will be interesting to see how our offense plays against their defense, being 27th in the league. There's only 32 teams, guys. That's not very good. That's basically where the Chargers were last year under Brandon Staley. Let's, don't want to talk about that guy. But anyways, my point is we should be able to score plenty of points, right? So I think this will be interesting to see. DJ Chark should have an open area downfield. Again, we're going to stretch the field. The middle of the field will be open. I think these end routes, these little flat routes should be open quite a bit as well, too. Passing defense, the Chargers are great. Definitely better. Rush defense, definitely better. Total defense, definitely better. Third down conversions, much better. Red zone defense, second in the league. Sacks, 11th. Now, they're arguably pretty close, right? Takeaways, 9th. They're 8th, so about the same. But again, this is really where the story changes and why we're favored. Again, it's in Arizona, but I think this could be a good road win for the Chargers, right? I mean, bottom line, it's going to be a hard-fought game, guys. We were at the last game, was it 2 years ago? Absolutely amazing. I think it was a 2-point conversion. Osselector sticks the nose over the ball over the line. We score very end. Absolutely incredible. So my point is it's going to be a great game. We're going to talk more about this tomorrow. Hopefully have more information. We'll review it as well as the bros together. So it should be a lot of fun, guys. And again, if you are in Arizona, you're going to be at the game, please reach out to us on any of the social medias. We're going to be at the event tonight. I think it's at the, what is it called? The Churchill, something like that. Let's see. What's it called here? Yeah, the Church. Yeah, Churchill in Phoenix. So we're going to be there tonight. I think it's a 7 p.m., something like that, but we will be there. If you're there, if you see us, please come up and say hello to us. I'll be wearing the same exact shirt. Hard to miss. Make the Bolts great again. As always, Andrew, Bolt Bros. See you guys in the next one.
Hey, what's up? Cameron Dick here watching Bolt Bros podcast.